Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hey, hey, Nelson talk, Nelson. Prince less, they gang. Legends bets in the cut, got the game on lock. Flipping dimes, calling shots, every move non-stop. 615 bully slayer, player odds like dice. In the trap house, betting lines, making racks feel nice. Pushing the line, we don't fold, don't shy. Cashing tickets, counting green to the sky. On the podcast, we ball, roll the spread. Money talk, never walk, bets ahead. Parlay slayer stacking chips like you bricks. Legends calling plays, mixing schemes so slick. Numbers on the board, all these digits don't lie. In this trap house sports, best we fly. Pushing the line, we don't fold, don't shy. Cashing tickets, counting green to the sky. On the podcast, we ball, roll the spread. Money talk, never walk, bets ahead. Got your bankroll rising like the early morning sun. From parlays to straight plays, we stun. Twisted stats, breaking news, all for the gain. In this world of odds, we reign. Lines moving swift like the rain in the night. Heavy hitters in this game got the insight. Magic's with the tips, 615 with the hit. Podcast worldwide, see us never miss. Hey, podcast worldwide, hey.
Man, what's up, good people? It's another Sunday, week 5 of the NFL. I don't want to talk about no college football from yesterday because I lost my ass off in betting, but that's no here nor there. What's up, Mike? It's good.
I'm mad, hey.
What'd you do?
Done, I'm just mad. First off, good morning. If you want to ruin your morning, do what I do and take you a nice, good tablespoon of black seed oil and it just fucks up your taste buds for about a whole hour. I can't get this shit off my damn mouth. Pause.
I'm glad you hit the pause on that. guys. Oh,
So
yeah.
I'm taking vitamins and I take my meds and I get up. You take your tablespoon of black seed oil. Supposed to be healthy. Supposed to keep your inflammation down, your pain down, help your liver and all that old good stuff. It just tastes disgusting. So I got this Kool-Aid flavored protein drink that I'm gonna be drinking throughout the show to try to get me through because that shit is disgusting.
But is it working?
I think it is. At least I'm gonna lie and tell myself it is.
I'm gonna stay tuned because if it's working, I might have to try it even though it tastes bad because in our old age we need something to keep down the pain and inflammation and we need to take care of our organs. So let's
So
get into
we're
some
not
football.
we're not gonna make this a healthy podcast, but you got sea moss, black seed oil, fish oil pill. I send it all to you. We ain't gonna get into that. As you said, though, I know we're not gonna talk about college football, but I am gonna preface it with this. Our show on Friday is gonna be a good ass show. We can go to NFL.
I ain't even looked at it. I mean, if you want to touch on something from yesterday, we can. My feelings are just still hurt.
Oh no. We once again, if people we should be famous, first off. Somebody from Barstool or ESPN should put us on TV. We told y'all about Arch Manning. We told y'all about Texas. So that shouldn't have been no surprise. I was wrong about Florida State. I thought they was going to do better. They came back late. They did make it respectable, but they not ready. I thought
And
they was ready. They ain't ready.
and then the two questions that we took off of Friday's show because we felt like we just probably shouldn't talk about it. They showed us exactly why yesterday.
We had a category. T made up a category of it was a damn you still there category, like a team that we don't really talk about that's ranked. And it was Iowa State. They show why don't nobody talk about
Yep.
it. I said something controversial at the beginning of the season that a lot of people thought was a head scratcher. I said James Franklin may be on the hot seat.
Hmm.
I didn't think that he was going to lose to no damn UCLA. By the way, Nico played his best game yesterday.
And you know
Shout out
what?
to him.
As a Tennessee fan, I'm happy for Nico because he's in the situation that works better for him. It works better for us also. But I don't hate the kid. I hate the way things went down, but I want to see these kids excel. I mean, we make mistakes, but we do what's best for us, and that was best for him. Congratulations on your little victory.
Why I gotta be little? Why you just
Hey,
couldn't say his
hey,
victory?
hey, that fucking little $20 I owe you. Hey, that's what it is. That fucking little
But
$20.
uh Vandy, they put up a valiant effort. They made some. I will say this about Vandy. This Vandy team is a good team. They made some mistakes. Diego Pavia, he fumbled in the red zone. They kind of took some of the air out because they could have went up 14 nothing to 10 nothing on Alabama. They played them as good as they possibly could. Talent prevailed. I think Kalen DeBoer, he may have got the heat turned down a little bit on his seat. But we own the NFL. It's week 5. I picked out 2 things just for you before we get started today.
Hold on.
What?
Before you get to that, while you were talking about Alabama, Vanderbilt, if you followed my bet, I am sorry. I did not expect Alabama to cover on the last fucking play of the game.
They did too.
And everything we said about Ty Simpson on Friday's show, you saw it yesterday. All right. Now finish, please, sir.
No, it's good. We headed into NFL week 5. I picked out something just for you because it's going to challenge you today.
I don't like that.
Remember when I asked you what today's date was?
You asked if it was October 4th or October 5th.
Today is National Do Something Nice Day. So this is gonna make your ass turn into stone.
You crazy in hell.
Exactly. So you got to go do something nice for somebody today. And the other is for me because it's National Apple Betty Day, which means today is the national day for my favorite dessert, homemade Dutch apple pie.
Hey, man, I wouldn't mind having one of them with a scoop of homemade vanilla ice cream.
I'm telling you, people like tacos, pizza. You give me a Dutch apple pie, I don't know what I wouldn't do.
I tell you what, if you find a place serving some today between here and Smyrna, I'll meet you there and buy you a slice of pie and a scoop of ice cream.
Is that your do something nice for today?
I already did something nice for somebody this morning.
And sent her on her way. NFL week 5, man.
Ooh, I'm not fooling.
Got 4 teams on a bye this week. I know Pittsburgh, Green Bay. I forgot the other 2. Heck, I should have put that in my notes. Chicago is one. There's one more. But anyway, we got 4 teams on bye, so we don't have as many games. We had a game on Thursday that's got people scratching their head about why Mac Jones. Falcons, okay. Yeah, Bijan, okay. Got a lot of people scratching their heads why Mac Jones ain't a starter in this league. Mac Jones had a career game. He went toe-to-toe, banged up with Matthew Stafford. He actually played like Matthew Stafford, banged up, stood in there, took some hits. I don't think many people had 49ers winning that game. But here we are. They won the game. They're 4-1. Despite all the injuries, they keep on winning. If I ain't mistaken, they tied for first. They got to be first in the division now. So they looking pretty good.
I'm going to take your little statement of Mac Jones a little bit further. I honestly feel like Bill Belichick held him back. Because if you look at what he did last year in Jacksonville when he took over for Trevor Lawrence, he's the one that made Brian Thomas a star.
Thank you. Yes. 100% facts. And that's in my notes today. Like, where's Brian Thomas at? Thank you. I'm glad you said.
And I'm a little upset because I did take the Rams to cover the spread because of all the injuries the 49ers had. But when Mac Jones walked in that suit, I should have known it was over.
And I will say this, we got a game going on today. The Vikings and the Browns. It's 2 minutes, 57 seconds left in the third. The Browns are winning 17-14. Regardless of how you feel about Kevin Stefanski, the Haslams, and how they running his organization, we all have a soft spot for Shador. Man to man, Dylan Gabriel having a good game today. He's actually having a great game today.
16-25 for 135, 2 touchdowns right now. And he is putting the ball spot on.
He's putting the ball on the money. Before halftime, he threw a ball to Njoku. I don't know if 5 other quarterbacks could throw that pass. It was perfect.
Only he
right over the defender. Right into Njoku's hands. So I understand how we feel about Shador, but if Dylan Gabriel going to play like this, they may have their quarterback for the future. And, hey, it is what it is.
Shador could have been playing today, but he didn't want to go to the Ravens.
That is also facts. Well, I don't know if he would have started over Cooper Rush.
Yeah, you're right. But
hey, sometimes you got to go where you want it.
Yep.
So we don't have that many games to go over today. First game. So what I did this week, I told y'all I was going to do it a little different. Any significant injuries that I feel like needed to be discussed, I kind of looked them up. I'm going to talk about who you should play, who you shouldn't play. We'll give you the spreads and things to bet on and things of that such. So our first game is the Raiders and the Colts. Now, while we was doing our notes, I had Alec Pierce for the Colts. Breaking news came out right before the show started that Brock Bowers is out today. So with that being said, Geno Smith, he lead the league in interceptions already. He's thrown 3 interceptions in 2 of his last 3 games. Brock Bowers did say that his knee has been bothering him. He didn't practice this week. He said he does not like the way his knee feels, although he does play, because he feels like he can't get the separation he needs to get the ball. Those was Brock Bowers' words. The Raiders, they also lost their best lineman in Colton Miller. Colton Miller was the guy that Genty ran behind, and he had the highest pass blocking grade in the league with a 90.5. In the surprising turn events on the other end, you got the Colts corner, Xavier Howard. He retired this week, leaving a hole in the Colts secondary. But in saying that, Daniel Jones still leading the league in QBR. It looks like it's not a fluke.
It's not.
Leading the league in QBR. And you got Jonathan Taylor just running absolutely crazy on people. So I think even with Brock Bowers being out today, you had an interesting take on who you thought would have a good game today.
I'll get to that at the end of this little piece. But Jonathan Taylor has crushed the Raiders in past meetings, 501 yards and 5 touchdowns on 83 carries. So he has historically fared well. The Colts are better formed than the Raiders. They 3-1. They got a solid offense, plus they got the home field advantage. Michael Pittman is dealing with a hamstring issue, so he may be somewhat limited. And like you said, Brock Bowers is out. Colton Miller is out. The Raiders line is already shaky with Colton Miller in there, and they're going to be even shakier without him. With Brock Bowers being out, I had I put this bet in before that news came out. Jacoby Myers over 22.5 longest reception. He's cleared that in 6 of his last 7 games. His average long catch in this span is 26 yards. Now they have to target him. So I anticipate this line probably going up before game time.
Yeah. If you wanted to throw a dart, you may want to look at Michael Mayer. He's their backup tight end. He was their tight end before Brock Bowers got there from Notre Dame, if I ain't mistaken. So that may be a target for you to look at as well. Trey Tucker didn't have his best game. He's had a pretty good season, but he kind of fell off last week after that 3-touchdown performance he had. So something to look at.
Somewhat of a fluke.
Mm-hmm.
The line opened up 6.5 in favor of the Colts. I put in them covering 7.5, which is starting to look a little bit better now.
Yeah, I think I would take the Colts to win that game. Next game. So we got the Giants versus the Saints. Uh, Injuries. We got Tyrone Tracy, of course, Malik Neighbors, towards ACL. He's out for the season. I have not seen any updates on this, but I did see Dexter Lawrence did not practice, but he is expected to play. I'm guessing he's still going to play. Looking up the numbers, Jackson Dart has a low passing yard number on FanDuel with 178.5 as his over under. You got Slayton, you got Wan'Dale Robinson, I believe you got Theo Johnson, you got Cam Scatterbo. I like Jackson Dart rushing yards over 25. Scatterbo could be a surprise in the passing game. On the other side, something to watch for New Orleans. Kendra Miller's carries have gone up week to week. He had 11 last week for 65 and a touchdowns, with rumors swirling about Alvin Kamara being traded possibly to the Chiefs.
Okay, I didn't hear that, but hey,
Yeah, it's been some rumors swirling about Kamara being traded, and the team specifically they're saying is the Chiefs to help with their struggling run game. So we'll see what that looks like today. I'm sure you will see Kendre Miller. I'm sure you will see Alvin Kamara. Chris Olave has been a decent play. Spencer Rattler's been able to carry him. So I think I like the Giants, but it's really kind of, I just think it's going to be an ugly game.
so you made me look up something when you said something about Jackson Dart's low passing line, which is 174.5 right now.
So it
Um,
dropped even further.
it depends on which book you're on. It opened up at 183.5.
Hmm.
Um, and then right now, depending on what book is between 173.5 and 175.5. But passing yards allowed, the Saints are number 13 in the league with only allowing 205 yards passing per game. And out of the four quarterbacks that they have played this year, only Sam Darnold and Mac Jones have hit their over. Josh Allen and Kyle Murray did not.
Ain't looking too hot for Jackson Dart.
It ain't, especially without your number one receiver and your number
Absolutely.
one running back.
Yeah.
Um, like you said, this
And that's
game's
what
gonna
I
be
was,
ugly.
my bad. That's what I was asking you early. I asked you between, who would I say, Jackson Dart. If you was on a fantasy team, you had to choose between Jackson Dart against New Orleans. Who was it? Drake May
Sam
against
Darnold,
Buffalo. Sam Darnold against Tampa Bay. Tua against Carolina. Who would you pick?
and it was Sam Darnold.
It was Sam Darnold against Tampa Bay.
Yeah. With this being an ugly game, in our opinions, I'm taking the under. I took under of 42. I believe it sits around 41.5 or 40 right now, so it keeps dropping. So I think I'm safe with the 42.
Yeah. All right. Next game. Who we got? We got the
Cowboys and
Dallas
Jets.
Cowboys versus the New York Jets. Notable injuries this game. They will not have CeeDee Lamb, Cavante Turpin. Of course, the Jets will be without Braylon Allen. The Cowboys are also missing. If your name is Tyler and you play on the Cowboys offensive line, you are injured. One is playing and he's injured. The other two are out.
They've got what, Tyler
Uh,
Guyton, and who's the other one?
Tyler Guyton, Tyler Smith, and is it?
I thought it was Tyrone Smith.
Don't give me the line.
Hey man, that's my saying. You can't be stealing my saying now. You already steal my talking points half the time.
Tyler Guyton, Tyler Booker. There you go. Yeah, I knew it was another one. And Tyler Smith. So they got three.
Okay.
Either way, they all hurt. But I lost my notes.
Well, I got you.
Either way,
Dallas
no,
offense
I'm
is
good.
all right.
I
Go
got
ahead.
them now. My
Run ahead.
computer went out. Jaden Blue comes back today. If that means anything to you.
It does not mean anything to me the way Javante Williams is playing. Hey man,
Dallas.
look. Every time I seen Javante Williams come up in fantasy football, sitting right there, able for me to draft, I was like, man, oh boy, got fumbling problems, and they gonna have to pass a lot.
Yeah, but and also too that he had one of the lowest yards per carries in the league. So you
Yeah,
wouldn't
wouldn't think it.
think that. Yeah. So Dallas lead the leagues with saying that Dallas leads the league in yards per game, while defensively they are dead last in giving up yards per game. How that works.
Yeah.
Both teams are allowing over 30 points per game. Jake Ferguson has 34 catches, which is the most through the first 4 games of the season for a tight end since the year 2000. This could be a sneaky high scoring game. Brees Hall will have a huge workload with Braylon Allen out. Isaiah Davis will get some carries. He's been pretty popular on the waiver wire, I seen. My thinking, if they cheat towards Garrett Wilson today, I think Mason Taylor should be able to have room in the middle of the field to maybe have himself a breakout game today if Justin Fields has time to find him.
Okay. You mentioned that Dallas has the highest the top offense, which it is true, 404.3 yards a game in passing. Um, no, it ain't passing. That's the league total. I'm sorry. Um, Dallas defense is the liability. Michael Parsons would be nice over there right now.
Man.
um, I see this being actually a close game because the Jets played pretty well last week. Um, they just made a few mistakes. Their coach was not happy about it. Um, he has probably addressed those problems this week in practice. Justin Fields is healthy. They're going to get that ball around. Cowboys were 1.5. It opened up 2.5 and it's moved down to 1.5. So it's going to be close. I would probably take the Jets plus 1.5 if I was to bet on this game, but I am not betting on this game. I would probably take Justin Fields over 8.5 carries. I'm not doing that. I might even take the over of 47.5, but I'm not doing that either.
I've seen a lot of people big on what's his man's name? Javante Williams scoring a touchdown in this game. I also seen a lot of people heavy on Garrett Wilson and his yards in this game too.
Yeah. I stay
So
completely away from this game.
we'll see how that go. I do if you got George Pickens playing, they're gonna put Sauce Gardner on him. You know that. Play him anyway. Dak is gonna throw the ball. I previously told you about Jake Ferguson and his catches. You got to play that
Ferguson is
until he
who
goes away.
I would make
Yeah,
sure I'm starting Ferguson today.
absolutely. You got to play Jake Ferguson. Uh, Here we go. My team. The Broncos play the Eagles today in Philly. Both teams like to run. Denver will try to use the pass rush to speed up Jalen Hurts and throw off his timing. Denver is tied for points and allowed in the game with 16. With all that being said, Philly has been struggling getting going offensively. It will need to get going, and it will have to move the ball against this Denver defense. Um, this is one of the things I said I would touch on yesterday. So AJ Brown came out. He voiced his displeasure about not getting the ball. Devontae Smith came out and said he feels the same way, but people handle it differently. Uh, what I will say, a lot of times public opinion, we think people are divas because they're speaking out. I don't necessarily think AJ Brown is a diva. I think AJ Brown knows that potential wise, AJ Brown is just as good as Jamar Chase and Justin Jefferson and CeeDee Lamb. He's in that category if given a chance. He's shown that. He's proven that. He has over 1,500 yards his first 2 seasons in Philly. He's built like a stone brick wall, so you can't overpower him. He has soft hands. He catches everything. Devontae Smith, Heisman Trophy winner. Um, they just good. And the thing about Philly, they're good enough to where they can win even if they look bad. But in saying that, I don't think AJ Brown is a diva. I think he just, yeah, we winning, but at the same time, we could be winning even better. We could be winning more. The games wouldn't be close if you got us involved and put us in the passing game. So I absolutely understand AJ Brown. I take him for his word. He ain't never lied before. He said he happy in Philly. I believe him. I hope they get it going. I will say I don't think this is a Jalen Hurts problem. This man has a new offensive coordinator every year. He has to adjust every year. And every time that they say Jalen Hurts can't do something, he go out there and do it. And we 4-0, and Saquon ain't running crazy. So people say we win because of what's around Jalen Hurts. This year we've been winning because of Jalen Hurts. So that's my piece on it. They do have to get this passing game going now. Don't get this mistaken. They got to get it going. But we'll see. But when saying that, I took Denver plus 4.5. I think it's going to be another slow week for AJ Brown. They're going to put 2 on him. That's Patrick Surtain. We'll see. But I don't think it's going to happen again.
Right now, you got the media being the media and trying to get Philadelphia to play um, against each other inside that locker room, which
Yep.
they've done before. They're trying to say that Devontae Smith and AJ Brown are not happy there anymore or with their roles. Um, I don't believe that. I think both of those guys are about winning. Yeah, they would like their stats to be a little bit better, but they know when the game plan calls for it, their number will be called. They will get their opportunities here or there, but their main focus is getting back to the Super Bowl. So
Absolutely.
when you hear all this stuff about what's going on in the locker room, if you haven't heard it from them, I wouldn't believe it. I do think this is going to be a close game. You have um, J.K. Dobbins, who has been playing as pretty much one of the top running backs right now. Um,
Yeah.
Today, I like his over 55 and a half rushing plus receiving yards. I took that at minus 115 odds. He has hit that 8 out of 10 times, 7 out of 8 on the road. The Eagles currently are giving up, they're number 22 in rushing yards allowed to running backs. They're number 23 in the league in receiving yards to running backs. So right now, that looks like the best prop on the board for this game. And like you, I'm going to take Broncos plus 3.5. I think you said you got it at plus 4.5. It's sitting
Yeah.
around plus 3.5 right now. So that's what I'm taking.
And it's so crazy because if you look at the stats, the Eagles ain't running the ball great. They're at the bottom of the league in passing the ball. They're in the middle of the pack in run defense and pass defense, and they still 4-0.
And also in this game, you got Bo Nix, who right now is a volatile player. You might have
Yeah.
2 or 3 games with him where he just looks like he's not going to do anything, and then the game that you really expect him not to do much is the game that he explodes. So it could be a good game for him.
Also, you got to understand the game within the game. Vic Fangio came from Denver, so he's going to know some of their tendencies. It's gonna be a battle of wits, as it always is with 2 good coaches. You got Sean Payton in offense, and you got Vic Fangio on his defense. It's always the game within the game that wins the game. So I feel like whichever quarterback is most efficient, they probably gonna have to run the ball. We'll see. Money line, I would take the Eagles because they're at home, and I think they may fluster Bo Nix. But like you said, we're gonna take them points in Denver.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. We got the Miami Dolphins versus the Carolina Panthers. We got Chuba Hubbard that is out. We got their starting tight end, Jadavian Sanders is out. We all seen what happened to Tyreek Hill. Thousand prayers to him because that was awful. Not only did he dislocate his knee, but he pretty much tore every ligament in his knee. A lot of people are saying it might be in for Tyreek Hill, but he said he's coming back. So we'll see.
Last thing that man needs is just a lot of time away from football.
Absolutely. That absolutely. So in this game, I like Darren Waller and Malik Washington. They've been very popular pickups for the Dolphins on Sleeper. They're two of the most popular people being picked up. Waller will be a red zone target and a third down target. Carolina has been struggling offensively. Rico Dowdle will be the lead back. Miami allows the third most rushing yards a game. I think it's safe to play Rico Dowdle. Carolina should be able to move the ball on this Miami defense. Jalen Waddle is the one now. So it's put up or shut up time for Jalen Waddle. We'll see if Tua and his time in offense can get going. With that being said, I don't know what the over is in this game, but I think it'll be some pretty good points scored in this game.
The over, I believe,
45.
44 and a half. Should be some points scored.
Y'all, I still taste this black seed oil. Go ahead.
You just had to throw that in, huh? Ted McMillan, he is starting to get a chemistry with Bryce Young, so it could possibly be a breakout game for him. Like you said, Rico Dowdle is in. He did not play bad last year in Dallas. He came over and he's been outshined by Chuba Hubbard, who had a very good year this past year. But it looks like a good move on his part because now he's going to get an opportunity to play. I'm not going to say he's going to get a lot of yards, but he will be used a little bit. Xavier Legette, he needs to get his shit together. I don't know what's going on with him, but he is not catching the ball. He is not involved in the offense. He needs a breakout game.
They have been ripping him a new one online and on other sports podcasts. I mean, it's been bad. And he ain't helping going out there playing like that either.
Speaking of sports podcasts, the number one sports podcast for the Panthers that covered the Panthers, they have shut down because they said with a team that bad, it is not worth their time and resources to continue the podcast.
That's bad.
That's bad.
That's bad.
But I like Miami -1.5. Malik Washington be involved a little bit more. Jalen Waddell, he's got to get involved. He's got to be that go-to guy. Darren Waller, he finally had a little breakout last week. Hopefully that'll continue for him. You got Devin Chain and you got Ollie Gordon in the run game. If they get the running game going, they'll control the clock. They'll cover 1.5.
Yeah, absolutely. So this next game, man, it's hurting me to my heart. The Texans and the Ravens. My guy's out. Lamar Jackson is out. Seen today, every single person on their defense that was a Pro Bowler is out today. Marlon Humphrey's out today. Roquan Swift is out. Smith is out today. Madubuike, he's out for the season with his neck injury. Kyle Hamilton, he went from doubtful to questionable. So sounds like a game time decision to me. So with that being said, I went and picked up CJ Stroud. I didn't have no choice because I don't have Lamar Jackson. I just hope it's respectable and he can at least give me 15 points. With that being said, man, the Texans did something that's another head scratcher. I had to lift up my hat. They traded away another offensive lineman to you. So your quarterback is getting assaulted. He had a play last week against the Titans where two offensive linemen ran into each other. And I think that was Jeffrey Simmons that sacked him within like half a second of him getting the ball. They traded Cam Robinson to the Browns. With that being said, the Ravens allow the most fantasy points to running backs, which should allow the Texans running back room to run. Keep in mind, Woody Marks has been getting more and more carries per week from Nick Chubb. There's still no notifications or any news on Joe Mixon. It's not looking well. The Ravens are missing 6 starters on defense. I already went through that. Derrick Henry hasn't had over 15 carries and 50 yards since week 1. He's had a fumbling problem. Without Lamar starting Cooper Rush, I think he will have to have a big run load this week to keep the pressure off of Cooper Rush, because you know DeMeco Ryans and that defense, they're going to try to get on Cooper Rush's ass. With that being said, I really want to take the Ravens, but I think the Texans might be able to get them.
So, in one of my leagues this year, it was an auto draft league, and before week 1, I needed a good running back because I had Lamar Jackson, I had Justin Herbert, and I had Jaden Daniels at quarterback. I had 3 quarterbacks. In this league, you only really need a starting quarterback and a backup quarterback. So I took Lamar Jackson, put him out there as trade bait with Travis Etienne, and got James Cook and CJ Stroud. I was skeptical, but I need a quarterback. I mean, I need a running back, and now I'm starting to look good on this trade.
Look like you got away with the bag on that one.
Anyway, you brought up Nick Chubb. He's still getting hold on, I got it in front of me. He is still getting 47% of the rushing share. Woody Marsh is getting 25%. So Nick Chubb is still gonna get the ball and get his opportunities. That is why I'm taking him over 30 and a half rushing yards today.
Mm-hmm.
Baltimore's rush defense is horrendous. That is the weak spot in
Awful.
that is their weak spot right now, and they're not doing anything to help it. Um, Actually, I think it's over 31 and a half. I got it minus 110. I took
Yeah.
that. Um, I'm interested to see what Cooper Rush we get. What Derrick Henry we get. If Derrick Henry comes out clicking on all cylinders and running the ball, controlling the clock, they might have an opportunity to win this game. But I'm kind of leaning towards the Texans right now with that minus 1.5.
Yeah, I am too. And what I was saying about Woody Marks, his carry, well, they almost tripled last week, but he had 3 carries week 1 and week 2. Then he doubled it. He had 6 against Jacksonville for week 3. And then for whatever reason, last week against Tennessee, he had 17. And of course, he had that touchdown. So
Well,
I don't know.
it was Tennessee. Just keep running the ball and controlling the clock on their ass.
Yeah, which is why I say today you're going against the worst run defense. So, hell, they both may get 17, 20
Yeah.
carries today.
Yeah, you
So
might
I think
you might parlay both of their overs.
Yeah, so I think you're pretty safe playing either one of them today. Next game, yo people, we got the Tennessee Titans versus I shouldn't say St. Louis Cardinals, versus the Arizona Cardinals. James Conner's out today. I didn't berate the Titans. Titans overall, they've been struggling. We've all heard what Cam Ward has said by now. I feel like if they get blew out today, it may be the nail in the coffin for Brian Callahan. He may not make it through the season. Calvin Ridley is banged up, but he will play. Tajay Spears is returning to make his season debut. Tennessee is last in passing yards and bottom 5 in rushing yards. Hopefully they find a spark today. The Cardinals will look to get their offense going with Marvin Harrison and Trey McBride. No James Conner means DeMarcado and Michael Carter will co-manage the backfield. A lot of people are more heavy on Michael Carter than they are on DeMarcado. With that being said, I think the Cardinals should win this game. I think Cam Ward may have a better game today. I think him coming out and saying what he said, hopefully it lights a fire under y'all ass today, the way y'all at least look somewhat better.
Well, I will say, I'm gonna start with Carter. Carter is supposed to be starting back this week over
Mm,
DeMarcado.
yeah.
Um, I do think we might have a little bit more of a spark in offense for the simple fact that Bo Hardigree has had more time to prep this week for his play calling. Last week it was thrown on him early in the week. He had a little bit of time to get it going, but he's had a week, so hopefully he's found some things that'll work for Cam Ward. Um, Calvin Ridley, he's a little bit banged up. He's still going to get his target share. Um, our head coach Brian Callahan, the more he coaches, the more I realize he's dumber than a box of rocks. He does not know simple situations, how to manage them. He doesn't know simple rules of the game. Um, what? I mean, I'm just being real. Oh, the situation with the field goal. Do you know which situation I'm talking about? Where he was
uh,
getting ready to kick the field goal, let the time run out.
yeah,
Um,
I was going to say, I know that happened. I didn't know that's what you was
he
referring to.
he did not realize that it's the rule that I forgot exactly how the rule is stated, but he couldn't let it run down and swap out the kicking ball for the regular ball.
It's time for him. That I'll get to it later.
It's past time for him to go. And the Titans haven't covered the spread not one time this year, and until they cover one, I'm betting against it every time.
Man, because I really like Cam Ward.
As
I
a matter of
really
fact,
like him.
I do. I like Cam Ward, and I think he's going to have a good career as long as they get the right person in there to coach him up and they get the pieces around him. I'm going to throw this out there. I ain't gonna say their names, but if you want to know where I get my t-shirts from, hit me up. I'll tell you. Two local t-shirt makers. I ordered shirts from them this weekend. One had a wee ass shirt that he posted. I ordered one from him, and then another one I knew. I hit him up. I was like, "Hey, can you make this shirt for him?" I sent him the design. Told him keep the design, just make my shirt, and I pay for the shirt. My shirt's on the way, and it's we ass.
I'm gonna just move on.
We ass. You got to be real about it. Hey,
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 I'm with you.
hey,
I'm with you.
hey. Like Cam Ward said, if we keeping it a buck,
Hey, I'm with you. I'm with you. I'm with you, man. So our next game, we got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers versus the Seattle Seahawks. Of course, you know the Bucks. They don't have Bucky Irvin. We got news that not only is there something wrong with his foot, it's also something wrong with his shoulder that may keep him out for multiple weeks instead of just this week. Of
Rashad
course, they
White
mentioned
time.
Mike Irvin for the hamstring, huh?
Rashad White time.
Yep. Of course, they're missing Mike Evans. Still missing Jalen McMillan. He had a neck injury. With that being said, of course, we said it. Bucky Irvin is out today, maybe out for weeks. Rashad White and Sean Tucker, big thing going on about that. A lot of people like Sean Tucker. Preferably me, I take Rashad White. They'll be co-managing his backfield. The Seahawks will not have Devon Weatherspoon or Julian Love, so play Emeka Egbuka, play Chris Godwin, should be able to find spots in this Seattle defense. But Seattle does have a good run defense. Rashad White, Sean Tucker. So they'll try to make Baker one-dimensional and help the banged-up secondary in pass coverage.
Sam Darnold, when he left Minnesota, I know he left because they didn't want to give him all that money because they didn't know what he was going to be, and they drafted J.J. McCarthy. They should have went on and gave him that money because he is in Seattle. Maybe not replicating what he did in Minnesota, but he's doing good enough in Seattle to make it look like he helped make them look good last year without it being the system.
Absolutely.
Um, Seattle's defense has been stingy this year, also. Um, they are going to be a tough challenge for the Buccaneers today, with the Buccaneers being banged up. And I actually like the Seahawks to cover the spread.
I like that. What's the spread?
3.5.
3.5.
The total is 44 and a half. If I had to bet, I'd probably go under 44 and a half, with both of these defenses being pretty good.
They also missing Jamel Dean in the secondary. Um, the Bucks are. So if you want to, well, I'm playing JSN anyway. I'm not taking him out. I don't care who he playing. Uh, Cooper Cup may be a play for you today as well. All right. This next game, it could be a little rough today. We got the Detroit Lions versus the Cincinnati Bengals. Jared Goff has not been sacked since week one, and he's going against a defense that, without Trey Hendrickson, they may be just worse than what they are. Um, Specifically in my notes, I said Jameer Gibbs may have a career game today. I said a lot of bets are coming in on Jamison Williams long reception today. Uh, this could get ugly quick. That's what I put in my notes. The Bengals are trying to stay competitive, man, but they don't have the offense to compete. I said it before the show started. T. Higgins right now, he's just not playable. Until you see otherwise, you just can't play him. Jamar Chase is getting minimum gains and short to short slants, and he's not getting the big plays. Chase Brown has yet to eclipse 50 yards on the ground. Uh, Jake Browning, he just looks rushed. He looks uncomfortable. He looks like, he just there. It sucks, man, because this this game with Joe Burrow, this could have been a Super Bowl preview. This could have been a high scoring 45-42 game, something like that. But it's might get ugly quick.
So, without Jake Browning having the protection that he needs and being rushed, that sets up well for a tight end. Noah Fant, over 2.5 receptions. He's cashed that in 13 straight games, averaging nearly 4 catches per game. Cincinnati throws on 64% of their plays, and their run game is non existent. So, check downs and safety valves matter. At the beginning of the season, I thought Mike Gesicki would have been their top target as far as tight ends go, but it's turned out to be Noah Fant. He has been Mr. Consistent for them, and getting things done as far as the check down receiver
God
goes.
damn.
What? Who hurt? Who hurt now?
Ain't nobody, every time Jordan Mason run for a big ass run, they get a damn penalty. Go
Oh,
ahead, man. My bad. I didn't mean to interrupt.
it's all right. It's all right. Hurt your feelings, don't it?
Oh,
If you are on FanDuel, they have what's called either player to score a touchdown, which you have the option to choose two people. I would definitely go Jameer Gibbs or David Montgomery this game. I'd even go as far as David Montgomery to score one by himself without that situation, because his sister, who has a medical condition, I don't know what the medical condition is, I don't remember, but she will be in attendance in this game. So emotions will be running high for David Montgomery, and he will be playing with a little more determination today. So keep that in mind.
I'm almost to the fact that where I'm willing to play. If you want a lotto, I'm gonna give you one. I play both of them to get two damn touchdowns. Why not?
Hey, after that game earlier this year, man, shoo, you get both of them running, the
Ain't
other
nothing you
team's
can
in
do.
trouble.
Yeah, there ain't nothing you can do.
The line was minus 10.5. Unless Jake Browning comes out playing like Joe Burrow, then I see the Lions covering it at 10.5.
Yeah. Yep. I most definitely.
Where's this
Uh
game at? Is this game in Cincinnati? Yeah, everybody be eating Skyline chili by halftime.
yeah, it's over. So let's see. We got three games left. Quick update. The Browns 17, Vikings 14, fourth quarter, 4 minutes and 53 seconds left. Quinshawn Judkins, 21 carries, 112 yards. He's doing well. Dylan Gabriel, he's kind of slacked off, 17 for 29, 146, 2 touchdowns. And Joku is leading the receptions, yards, and touchdowns, 6 catches, 67 yards, and a touchdown. On the other end, Carson Wentz, 16 for 25, 165. Justin Jefferson, 6 catches, 102 yards, so he's having a decent game. Jordan Mason is having a good game if they stop taking all his carries and yards away. 12 carries, 43 yards, and a touchdown. Carson Wentz just got sacked. It's 4th and 23. Cleveland is about to get the ball. Let's see. So we got the Washington Commanders versus the LA Chargers. Great news. Jaden Daniels will be back. Will not have his key weapon, Terry McLaurin. Will not have Noah Brown. Debo was banged up, but he will play. This running back by committee, it has its ups and downs. So you could see heavy Debo and Zach Ertz today. Also, wouldn't be surprised if Luke McCaffrey had a few catches in the passing game today. The Commander secondary has been exploited in recent weeks, which should play in Justin Herbert's hands, especially with Quentin Johnston, Keenan Allen, and Ladd McConkey. Speaking of Ladd McConkey, he has had a slow start to the season, but that was expected. Remember when I told y'all about Keenan Allen coming back to the Chargers? He is a target sniper, so that was to be expected. But I don't think it'll be as bad. I think Ladd McConkey, he'll finally get going in his offense. And as good as they have been, there's still room for the Chargers offense to get better. With that being said, I like the Chargers in this game.
I like the Chargers too. Omarion Hampton, he's starting to turn it up a little bit. Like you said, they got McConkey, Johnston, and Keenan Allen. So you never know who's gonna get the ball, but know that they're gonna move that ball around. Their offense looks totally different than it did last year. Well, I ain't gonna say totally different. It just looks improved. Um, I do like the Chargers by 2.5 in this one.
I got a question for you.
What's up?
It's really for me. I have Jaden Daniels and Justin Herbert in the same league. Who would you play?
Right now, I would play Justin Herbert until I knew Jaden Daniels was completely healthy.
That was
Justin
I
Herbert.
got Justin Herbert in.
Herbert has his weapons right now. Jaden Daniels is down a few.
Yep, that is facts. I had him in. I do got him in.
So I want to touch back on this Minnesota Brown game real quick, because I had notes for it and I'm looking back at them right now. I didn't bet it, but I had in my notes Quinshawn Judkins over 75.5 rushing yards. That is hit. I had Justin Jefferson to score a touchdown. That has not hit. And then I had Carson Wentz under 195.5 passing yards. He needs 30 more to get that, and he might not get it. I mean, he needs 30 more to go with the over. He might not get the over, which that would have been a good bet.
So it's 4th down and 11, and they're about to punt to Minnesota with 3 minutes and 20 seconds left. I'll keep you updated. All right. So what is it? Sunday night game.
Sunday night game.
We got the New England Patriots versus the Buffalo Bills. You would never guess Drake May leads the NFL in completion percentage. Did not know that till I was taking my notes. This is a return game for Stephon Diggs. Of course, you know he will want to get involved. You know he wants to get involved. I just leave it at that. The running back room for the Patriots, it has been a carousel. Ramondre has looked good, but he's still fumbling the damn ball. Antonio Gibson, he's doing special teams work, but when he gets in the run game, he also is fumbling the ball, which leaves some opportunities for Travion Henderson. I do think his time will come. Eventually, his time will come. Just be patient. The Patriots defense has allowed a high completion rate, and they have struggled in the red zone against elite defense, elite offenses, which plays right into the hands of Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills. James Cook, I think he'll continue. He's having a career year. He's a top 3 back in the game right now. It's going to be tough for the Patriots. The Bills have won 11 straight games at home.
If Hunter Henry is still there on your waiver wire, why? He is the sole beneficiary of this high completion percentage that Drake May has. He's been Mr. Consistent for him in getting the receptions and moving the chains. Pick him up if he's still there, even if you have to have a backup tight end. The Bills at 4-0, they still look dialed in. Buffalo's offense is that everybody eats offense. Everybody's eating except for Keon Coleman. He
Yep.
needs to get his shit together. You got James Cook doing good. You got Dalton Kincaid doing good. The other receivers, they're getting shots here and there. Josh Allen's gonna get his rushing yards. I'd be worried on his passing yards, but no, he's gonna get his rushing yards. Um, I like Buffalo to cover 8.5 in this game, though. I think the Patriots defense is just too leaky right now.
Yeah. So when it comes to Keon Coleman, I think as good as this everybody eats offense is, I think it's hurting him the most because I think he's the most talented receiver they got. The first game of the season, he had 8 catches and 112 yards. And I think we ran with that and we was like, yeah, it's Keon Coleman time. But since then, he's had 3 catches in every game. He's only been targeted. He's been targeted 4 times and has 3 catches every game. 26 yards, 20 yards, and 45 yards. So he's not even getting red zone looks. So, yes, he does need to get his shit together, but I think Josh Allen moving around, who's ever open, that's who's getting the ball. I think he's more of a contested catch guy, a red zone guy, but he can be a game breaker if they give him a chance, but I don't know if he'll get the chance in this kind of offense. You're not wrong in what you're saying, but we'll see because he may get his chances today because I think Josh Allen gonna throw the ball a little bit more today.
I got a hypothetical situation for you. You put Devontae Smith and AJ Brown in this offense, they have the same situation they have in Philadelphia right now.
You think so?
Yeah, because the simple fact, the game plan is going to go towards what benefits the team right now. It don't matter if you have. No, go
Only
ahead.
reason I disagree with that is because I think Joe Brady will scheme how to get AJ Brown and Devontae Smith open. I don't think Kevin Patullo doing that in Philadelphia. I actually think that's the problem in Philadelphia. Drew Brees said this, and I think a lot of people took it the wrong way. He said their offense is boring. It's predictable. AJ Brown is always going to line up in the X. Devontae Smith, he may switch. He may go to the slot. He may go to the Y, or however you want to say it. You got to move. I'm okay if you line up AJ Brown in the backfield and give him a reverse. I'm okay if you throw wide receiver screens. But you also got to figure out a way to – Jalen Hurts is one of the best deep ball throwers in the game. Josh Allen going to take his chances. He going to run around. He going to make plays. I don't think that they would struggle as bad. Now, I'm not saying they're going to put up gaudy numbers, but I'm not saying I don't think they would struggle as bad. And then, too, they've had Joe Brady for at least 3 years that I've known of. The Eagles get a new offensive coordinator every damn week, seems like.
Valid point. Valid. I'll take it.
And then, too, I think the number one problem with the Eagles is, and that doesn't benefit AJ and Devontae, I think they want to get Saquon going more than they want to get AJ Brown and Devontae Smith going. So you got all that in, and you got a quarterback trying to juggle it. And it's a lot with a new offensive coordinator. And if you're looking on the sidelines, I don't know if Jalen Hurts really has any kind of connection, friendly camaraderie with Patullo. So it's a lot going on in Philly, man. They lucky. You are about to lose your bet.
Yep.
Carson Wentz is you lost it. He got 209 passing yards now.
Yep. No. I didn't bet it. It was just in my notes.
Oh, okay, I got you. So
I
it's a
did
minute
bet
and
Justin
10
Jefferson
left.
touchdown, so here comes opportunity.
Yes, a minute and 10 left. Cleveland just called a timeout. He just hit Jefferson for 21 yards there at the Cleveland 27. These little early morning games, they got a little drama to them.
Makes me wake
But
up
then,
early.
that's facts. But so you taking the Bills, you said, in this game?
Yeah, I'm taking the Bills.
So we got one last game. We got the Monday night game. We got the Chiefs and the Jags. The Chiefs finally looked like the Chiefs last week against the injury-riddled Ravens. Mahomes had his best game that he's had in a long time. I think he had 4 touchdown passes. They're still missing Rashee Rice, but they did get Xavier Worthy back, and he looked like a legit weapon. Talked about Kamara coming to Kansas City earlier. Their run game is still struggling. Jacksonville has a top 5 run game and a top 5 run defense. They're only allowing 18 points per game. This will be the first real test for the Jags, though, if they've played less than average competition. Brenton Strange leads the team in receiving, which is a conundrum within itself. Travis Hunter has struggled on the offensive side. Brian Thomas Jr., he had a better game last week, but his chemistry with Trevor Lawrence still needs work. With that being said, I think Jacksonville plays a good game. But as usual, I think the Chiefs going to pull it out.
Yeah, I think the Chiefs pulled out. Brent Strange. Now you see why they got rid of Evan Ingram or allowed him to walk. Strange is better than I thought he was going to be. I would still like to see them get Brian Thomas involved.
Please.
Yeah. Travis Hunter, he just does not look like an NFL receiver out there right now. He needs a lot of work. He is very athletic, and he's going to get through on his athleticism, but
Mhm.
he does not look like an NFL wide receiver right now. So they need to figure that out. Liam Cohen, I don't know what's going on with him and Trevor Lawrence. If there's really beef there, or if
I
or
was going to
what.
bring it up. Yep.
But Liam Cohen has a history of making quarterbacks good. He hadn't done it with Trevor Lawrence right now. So what is really going on? Does Sunshine have a diva complex or something? I don't know.
I don't know. And then it could just be that Trevor Lawrence just ain't that good.
Valid point. Valid point. Yeah, Chiefs are the better team here. Running game or not, they got enough receivers to get the ball around and score some points. If their defense plays up to par, they'll be fine.
Yep.
I
Most
haven't put in any
definitely.
bets on this yet. I'll wait till tomorrow to put in bets on this game because I want to see what happens before time. But I see the Chiefs right now.
Yeah. I definitely I like the Chiefs. Um, but that was the last game. Oh, the last topic I was supposed to hit before we get out of here is the NFL coaches on the hot seat. Brian Callahan, Zach Taylor, Brian Daboll, Mike McDaniel. Uh, I don't know if any of them will be coaching the same team next year.
What's going to save Zach Taylor's job is the fact that he does not have Joe Burrow. If Joe Burrow does come back this year and they play hot at the end, Joe Burrow being out early in the season is going to save his job
I think that's why he gonna lose his job,
because he
not
can't get
having Joe
anything done
Burrow.
without Joe Burrow.
No, it's not that. It's just you've had Joe Burrow for what, 5 years now?
Hmm.
I think it's been 5 since he was in college in 2019. So 5 years. Um, I think the biggest mistake that Cincinnati made, and I hate to say this because it's gonna sound mean, I don't think they should have brought T. Higgins back. I think you listen to Joe Burrow and you brought everything back that he wanted, but you didn't get nothing that he needed, which is the offensive line. Joe Burrow is probably, if he had an offensive line, Joe Burrow would probably be the best quarterback in the NFL. And even without one, he one of the best. He took this team to a Super Bowl with a bad offensive line. But in saying that, every year Joe Burrow get hurt pretty much. And it's not just week that he hurt like Lamar. Every time Joe Burrow gets hurt, he's out for the season. So it's hurting you in that standpoint, and you paying somebody 50-something million dollars a year to just sit on the sideline, hold a clipboard, and be hurt. The Bengals stay in shotgun more than any team in the NFL. And if you watch the defenses play, especially with Jake Browning, they have no kind of confidence that he can throw the ball. When you in shotgun, they're supposed to take people away from the line of scrimmage. These teams is playing on the line of scrimmage. Something happened. Touchdown. Justin Jefferson.
Naylor.
Ah, shit.
No, Addison. I'm sorry, Addison.
And it's crazy to see this because Zach Taylor is a Sean McVay disciple. He come from that coaching tree. The Bengals have the second most missed tackles on defense. The fact that the defense is as bad as it is, mixed with the offense being as bad as it is not favorable for. And you add in the fact that they had a slow starts, and Joe Burrow was healthy last year, and they still didn't make the playoffs. I think that's that's a lot for him to overcome.
And you said, did you mention McDaniels?
I did mention Mike McDaniel, yeah.
Who else you think on the hot seat?
I said Brian Callahan from Titans.
Yep.
Zach Taylor, Mike McDaniel. If Jackson Dart don't work for the Giants, I think Daboll is going to.
Yep, I see that one happening. I'm looking through the list right now.
I seen some people say something about Canales from Carolina. I didn't put him up there with them. He may be fifth, but I didn't put him up there as one of the top. But he may be up there most definitely.
Because Arizona's coach,
Jonathan Gannon. Yep.
Jonathan Gannon. Yep. Yeah, all those.
I think what's going to benefit Arizona is they got a weak schedule. They're going to win a lot of games and may go to the playoffs this year.
I'm going to tell you who's out of there, though. Murray.
Callahan. Who?
Murray. Kyler Murray's out.
Oh, yeah.
Kyler Murray's going to be gone in Arizona.
Yeah,
If they find a trade taker, he's gone. Rumor has it he is not a leader in the locker room, and they need a leader in the locker room.
Yeah, he definitely gone. Definitely gone. So I was seeing something before we get out of here. I always find some crazy ass stat. So Calvin Johnson and Cooper Kupp had the two best receiving yard seasons. They both had over 1,900. Puka Nacua. Yep, Puka Nacua is on pace for 1,999 yards.
Same
damn quarterback. Matthew Stafford out here making Hall of Famers, man. And this dude gets no credit for being one of the best quarterbacks of our generation. That is absolutely insane to me. And had a hell of a game on Thursday night, by the way.
I like
I'm done, Hat.
He's from Georgia. Man, y'all go on and get them bets in. Javon said Lawrence is trash. Absolutely.
He played like it.
Hey, man, don't forget, you found that Dutch apple pie, man. I'm on my way.
Yeah, I may have to just go get me one.
All right, everybody. We appreciate y'all tuning in. It's always a joy to have you here and talk football. But go, if you got the grill fired up, if you got your drinks ready, go indulge, be safe, have a good day, enjoy your football. And this coming week, we'll have a Friday night show and a Saturday show. I've got to work out of town on Sunday, so we're gonna do our NFL show Saturday night.
Yeah, work for me.
Right. Be up out of here.
And Nelson Talk Nelson. Princess, AK. Got your bankroll rising.